So, per Shams and Woj, the Toronto Raptors have fired Nick Nurse, and one of their leading candidates is about to be Ime Udoka. So, what does that mean for the Houston Rockets? Well, you heard that the Rockets were going to be interested in Ime Udoka and Nick Nurse if he became available, and now it looks like Ime Udoka is going to be off the table potentially because he may look to go to a more readily playoff team like the Raptors. However, Nick Nurse is now available. So what should the Rockets do from here? Well, I feel like Rafael Stone needs to act quickly because now Nick Nurse is available. Now's the time to express your interest and get into direct contact with him because realistically, you're in the postseason. If a contender gets bounced out unexpectedly, they may fire their coach, which could lead them to go into Nick Nurse, which could pry him away from the Houston Rockets. So the earlier you act, then the more less likely you are that another team will be in for Nick Nurse as well, because a lot of teams are still competing, and in my opinion, the Rockets are one of the most exciting projects to get involved in. So Nick Nurse, like it's been reported for months, is going to be a leading candidate. Now it's finally been the day where he's no longer a Toronto Raptor. So it'll be interesting to see where we go from here because there were reports that Frank Vogel was leading the candidate race for the Houston Rockets. They also interviewed guys like Sam Cassell. But I feel like Nick Nurse is a no-brainer because not only does he have championship experience back in 2019, he's been on other deep playoff runs like in the bubble. And alongside that, he's a defensive coach. The Rockets struggle with their defense. And someone like Nick Nurse will be able to anchor that out and iron out some of the creases and be able to just help the Rockets elevate to a playoff team because to remind you guys, the OKC Thunder have the pick next year unprotected. So you have no incentive to tank because if you do that, you're just giving a free lottery pick to the OKC Thunder. So I feel like the earnest on this season or next season is becoming a at least playing team, developing guys like Jalen Green and KPJ to play winning basketball, and overall the Rockets elevating to be a playoff team. Now, getting someone like Nick Nurse not only makes the team better, it also may attract other free agents to come and play with Nick Nurse because he's a very highly respected coach. He's a good coach with a championship pedigree. And also, when you're trying to get someone like James Harden to potentially come back, that's going to definitely help because Nick Nurse could help get James Harden back in the H. Once you get Harden back, you could be able to attract other free agents like, you know what I'm trying to say? So if the main goal is to get back in the playoffs, these are the type of moves you have to make. And in turn, I do highly expect the Houston Rockets to act very quickly. And in the next probably 5 days, I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Nurse is the head coach of the Houston Rockets. That's me being optimistic. There is still other teams that may be interested because Nick Nurse, like I said, is a great coach. But I feel like the Rockets got this in the bag as long as they act quickly, they put the money on the table, which will not be an issue, and Nick Nurse should be the coach of the Houston Rockets. I feel like he will definitely benefit someone like a Jabari Smith because we've seen the wonders Nick Nurse does with a versatile defender that's between 6'8" to 6'11", and Jabari Smith fits into that prototype, same as Tari Eason. So I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to model something similar to the Raptors, where you have guys like Tari Eason, Jabari Smith, alongside a big like Wemby in the front court. Who knows? Even Şengün, he needs to improve defensively, but Nick Nurse is a perfect coach to kind of help that. But we'll see what they decide to do. But I feel like this makes way too much sense. The Rockets need to act fast, and now he's available, there's no excuse really. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Do you feel like Nick Nurse is the right candidate for the Houston Rockets? I do, but I'll hear your opinions in the comment section down below. So let me know what you think, whether you agree or disagree with me. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the next 7 to 48 hours. But that's the 7 to 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours. But we'll see. But thank you guys so much for listening. I'm out. Peace.